Hey, brothers and sisters, thanks for joining. Today, I wanted to show you a trick that I have never seen on YouTube on how to play Starfield. And so that's great because there's a lot of great content out there. And so yesterday, I was doing the background checks mission, which is part of the Ryujin faction storyline. And I've got a way of doing this that I've never seen anyone do before. And so it's actually in my full video. If you guys want to watch it, I just play the game for a few hours and I go ahead and do it. But I thought instead of just putting it in there, I thought I would make a separate video where I just basically cut out that one section. And so it's probably about, I don't know what it'll be. Maybe it'll be 10 minutes of footage. We'll see once I go do it. I haven't done it. But I thought I'd do an intro. So again, I did this yesterday, and so that video will be out there. But basically, it's the background checks part. This is the part where you have to sneak in to Ryujin Tower. And so don't listen to this if you don't want any spoilers, because all my videos are Starfield spoilers. And basically, you've got to climb up the tower. So basically, the job is it's a sneak mission. So definitely, if you're going to do this, leave your companions behind, or they will blow the job for you. And then I've seen several videos on how to do it, but basically you sneak in and you find your way from the bottom floor up to the top floor while causing as little mayhem as possible. And then you've got to plant basically a worm, a hacker device, whatever, on Ularo's computer for Dalton, the security guy. So all the other videos out there that I've seen are really, well, not all. Most of them are related to how do I sneak past everybody the easiest way. And there's different ways there using like the Starborn void form and using manipulation to get people to go the other way, and using sense star stuff to look through walls to see where people are. Take all your armor off so that you're lighter because you sneak better. It's true you do if you take that off, but remember to leave your boost pack on. There's going to be times you're going to want to boost, and I've done that. I've been sneaking in and I couldn't boost. I was like, oh darn it. And then you probably want to take a stunner, and you can sneak up. But I was wondering if there was an easier way. And so what I tried for a while was to figure out how to climb up the outside of the tower, because, little spoiler, there is kind of a back door, and at the very end you can exit out the top of the tower. So I thought, what if you could go in from the top? Then you wouldn't have to do all that sneaking. And so I tried for a while, and I could never really figure out how to climb that tower. Okay. But there is a video out there on doing it. There's a guy who did it. I did find one with a guy who managed to climb up the outside of the tower. So, grats to him. That was awesome. I couldn't do it. But then I thought, what if there was another way I could do it? And so I figured out another one. So this is a video that will show you how to enter the tower from the top in what I think is the easiest way. There's some timing issues and you can get killed doing this, but after a few tries, you can do it. It's been a while since I'd done it, but I did manage to do it yesterday. And so a couple requirements just to start off, and we'll talk through it when we get in there. I'll show you guys how to do it. But to do this, for me, I believe you need to have boost pack level 4. So you've got to be able to, you have to have like the maximum amount of boosts. I do this with a balanced boost pack. So it may be possible to do this with a power pack or a skip pack, but I've never tried. I can definitely do it with a balance pack on level 4. It might, if your timing is really good, it might be possible to do it without level 4 boost, but I doubt it. I think you're going to need level 4 boost. The other trick is to use the Starborn ability Gravdash. If you can get the timings right between a level 4 boost pack and Gravdash, you can do this. So you have to have pretty much, you can only do this on New Game Plus. I first tried to do this, I want to say, when I was on about Gravdash level maybe 4 or 5. I can't remember though. So for sure, you can do it on Gravdash level 10 because that's how I do it. But I do believe you can probably do it with a lower level Gravdash if you, if you can really get your timings of your boost and Gravdashing right. So with that, let me go ahead and show you guys the video. I hope you like it. If you like, please, like, subscribe, ring the bell, you know what to do. Let me know if there's anything else you want to watch. So with that, I'm going to basically show you the footage from the game yesterday with me doing this. All right, so I do think this is the best and fastest way. So with that, let's do it.
Game.
Yeah, I like it when you get the optional stuff based on your skills. All right. Find a way into Ryujin Tower. Let's do this.
Change your life.
All right, so we've got 2 ways we can do this. So I'll show you guys one way, and then I'm going to show you the way we're going to do it. I'll show you the normal way, and then the way we're really going to do it. All right, so we'll follow the arrows. And remember, you don't have to follow the arrows when you're doing stuff if you don't want to. And sometimes you're better off not doing it because it doesn't take you the best, most directest route. So it's taking us up. Now we got to find a way to sneak into Ryujin Tower and then get to the COO's computer and put this thing there. Oh, we must have missed a turn here somewhere. Oh, still wants us to go up. I went right. I needed to go left. Okay, where now? Oh, there's a button. So push the button. Oh, we got to get over there. All right, so at this point, there's 2 ways we can do this. We can basically follow the arrows and do what it says. Ooh, Superior Explorer helmet, I'll keep that. Ooh, Biosuppressant, I'll keep that. Digipick. So we can follow the arrows like it wants us to. And we can enter here. Okay? That's one way. And what we're going to do, always, is we're going to come over here. No matter what we do, we got to get rid of Barrett. Do not take your companions on sneak missions. So where's Barrett at? Oh, come on, dude. Come on. Barrett, where are you at? He's taking a long time to catch up with us. Where is Barrett? So if you're on a sneak mission, do not take your companions. They will get you caught because at the most inopportune time, a guard will see them, or they will shoot a guard or something. It's not a good time. All right, well, we'll try to keep doing this. There's a second way to do this. So that's the most obvious way, right? Oh, he's waiting for us down there. Okay, let's go get Barrett. I was going to just go ahead and move on, but...
Okay. Well,
here he
had
is.
that effect on.
All right, so we're going to leave Barrett here. So tell him to wait.
Right-ho, Captain.
Okay. Because if he sneaks into the tower with us, he's going to get us caught. It's a thing, I'm telling you. So, normally you would not know how to do this on your first run through, okay? But what happens is this is Ryujin Tower on the outside, and Ularu Chen's office is all the way at the top. Executives like to be at the top. So basically, if we go in here, we're on like a lower floor, and we basically have to figure out a way to climb up all the way inside. And there's guards everywhere. So it's possible, but it's hard. Even with all the skills we have, it's not easy. When you get to the top, there's a way out at the top. So the trick here is it's easier if you can get into the top, and this quest is far easier. And so I've done this mission a few times, and I discovered it is actually possible to get there from up here. As crazy as that might sound, it is. And this might take a few times, but the entrance is straight ahead of us there. And I've tried many times. I've never been able to climb up the tower, but what I did discover was if you run as fast as you can here and boost pack and use the Starborn power, Gravdash, you can do this. Now, there may be another way to do this. I don't know. But this, I have been able to do it this way. Now, got level 10 Gravdash. I don't know what level Gravdash will allow you to do this, but on level 10 Gravdash, you can absolutely do this. Now, you can also fail and you can die doing this, depending on if you screw this up or not. So let's try this and see how it goes. So how I like to do it is, first thing I like to do is pop an amp. That makes you go faster. Then I like to run, sprint, and then I like to start boosting as much as I can. And can I make it? Oh, you know what I did? I forgot the Gravdash. So I actually forgot to Gravdash. So let's try that again. Hey, buddy. So you see, I almost made it. So let's try it again. You can die doing this, because when you're Gravdashing, you can hit the wall really hard. Hard enough to kill yourself. I've done it. So I know. But yeah, one day I was like, there's got to be an easier way to do this, because it's really hard, and it takes a while to climb up that tower and sneak up that tower. Alright, so let's try it with amp should still be running. So let's try it again. Run, sprint, Gravdash. I don't know if I did that quite in order. Nope, still not going to make it. So I screwed that up. So fail. That's another fail. Let's try again. And even after a few times, trust me, this is faster than doing this any other way. All right, are we still under amp? No, amp looks like the amp is wore off. So let's run another amp. So amp, then all right. So you gotta jump and Gravdash, jump and Gravdash. Didn't make it. Nope, messed that one up. Okay. So you got to get it just right. It's been a while since I've done this, so it's a run, jump, Gravdash, 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 something like that. And if you do it right, you can make this. I've done it. Unless they patched it, so it's impossible. I guess that's possible. All right. Let's try this again. Am I still under amp? Yes, for another minute 20. Alright, I like to start up here. Alright, sprint. Grab dash, jump. Grab dash, grab dash, grab dash. Nope. So almost. Missed it again. Alright, screwed that up. Let's try again. So it's frustrating, but this is possible, trust me. And I prefer not to climb up the inside if I don't have to. I will if I have to, but it takes a while. Alright, so we're gonna try this again. You just got to get the timing of the Gravdashes right and the boosting right. Alright, let me amp again just in case. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Let me come over here. I'm on the wrong one. Yeah, I need to be over on this one, I think. So sprint. Oh, let me get back up. Get this little tiny bit of height here. So sprint. Grab dash. Grab dash. Made it. So see, it can be done. You just got to get the timing of your grab dashes right. So that's it. Now this is easy. All right, we might as well steal this stuff. Nobody around to see us doing it. This is Ularu's secret way out, I think. And we just found it. And normally you would find this on the way out of the mission. When you get all the way up here, you would find all this stuff. So this is I think this is Ularu's secret stash, or maybe it's the boss lady. Maybe it's the CEO's. Right. So this is the easiest way to do this. This is how you would exit afterwards, after completing the mission. So it's much easier to go in this way. So now you just sneak to Ularu's office. And we're sneaking. Are we sneaking? Yeah, we're sneaking. And we just follow the arrows. It'll take us to her office. What you're going to find is there's going to be a few hatches that'll open in different places inside this office. Yeah, and so it looks like this is the hatch to her office. And remember what Dalton told us? He's cleared the office. There's nobody in here. Okay, so this is the conference room. But the arrows brought us here. Let's just double check. I think there's an actual hatch that will actually take us into her office if we go up another level. So see, there's the thing. So that's why the arrows took us to that other one, because it was a more direct route. But I'd rather drop into her office if I can do it. So here's the boss lady's office, I think. Or we're on... Oh, you know what? This is the CEO's office. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone. Don't think that's the right way. Over here. And so see, this is much simpler than having to navigate your way up the building. So we're going over there. Is this the way? Trying to find the most expeditious way to get to her office. Nope. Oh, maybe it is. See, it's over there. Been a long time since I've done this, so I can't. There may not be a way to drop down into her office. We're going to look for one. So it looked like that might have been the CEO's stash, because that came right out at the CEO's office. See, that's the way we came in. All right, let's try this again. If we come over here, so we may be forced to drop into either that conference room or into the CEO's office. Looks like this might be the CEO's back door in. So we're trying to get there. That won't do it. So we'll try doing it here. I think this is the CEO's office. So we're gonna drop in here. Or no, maybe this is it. Oh yeah, this is it. We found it. All right, we're in. Does she have? Sometimes there's a switch. Does she have a switch where we can close? Let's close her door. Usually that'll make it a little harder for people to see. Sometimes there's a switch on the wall where you can close her window, people's windows, not hers. All right, so we're gonna run the mission first. Use her computer. Oh, it's not even locked. Okay, rover. Okay, done. So that's the mission. But since we're hacking the boss lady's computer, let's look at her workspace while we're here. Hack her lock. Yeah, it's a master, but we're going to do it anyway. I know I don't usually do masters, but because we came all this way and we broke into our boss's computer, we might as well take a look at what she's got in her computer. Because why not? This might take a few digipicks because it's a master, so it might be hard, but we're going to do it. So if I do that 3, yeah, it looks like that 2 would work. Okay, and then is there? I always start looking for a 3er first. Nope, no 3er, but there's a couple of 2ers that'll work here. That would work with a 1er. So let me look. If I did that, then that could go there. That can't go there. That can't go there. So I don't think that's a good idea. So I don't think that 2er is a good idea. What about this 2er? Yeah, let me try that one and that one. Now I need a 3 and a 1 or 2 2ers. Okay, so if I do that 2er and that, I think it'll work. Yep, that works. Okay. So you just got to be careful because sometimes there'll be a couple things you can put and then the puzzle's unsolvable. All right, so we hacked the boss's computer. Anything interesting in here? Andy Upahal is on PTO. This your quarter wanted to be where your PTO policy doesn't roll over. So the HR manager is bugging Olaru about her PTO. You don't bug. If you're an HR manager, you're not bugging the chief operating officer about her PTO. That's silly. This guy's about to get fired. Social interactions with news media. Only approved marketing employees may issue public statements. Any contact needs to follow. This human resource manager is getting fired. Like, Ularu is the chief operating officer. She can pretty much do whatever she wants. And, she reports to the CEO, not the HR guy. So as long as she keeps the boss lady happy, she's fine. Security updates. We will perform routine security tomorrow. I'm letting her know they're kicking everybody out of the office. She'll be suspicious because that's how she would be. Okay, ooh, this is good. It came from unknown. I believe I have a package of great reports belongs to you. Shall we arrange for a pickup S? Okay, well, she's doing sneaky stuff. She's the head of operations, so that's not actually unusual. Okay, Yuko. I was able to confirm Tomo Higashi did not have adequate supporting data for his last report. It looks like he built his own theory of handful of illustrations. It's his third offense. So Imogen and I both agree we terminate him. Okay, so this is why Tomo got fired. We had to kill him because he tried to kill us, but it was self-defense. Camden Cho. Okay, the supply chain guy. Here are confirmation numbers you wanted for the following shipments. Arboron. Those are guns. Audio slates. Neurotech 4. All deliveries are on time. Okay. And then Oliver Lynch. So nothing here looks interesting. 1.5 for brother's behavior at dinner the other night. I believe he harbors ill will to us. Although last night was an exception, he treated us joy seeing you. Okay, so Oliver is trying to set his brother up with Ularu. All right, nothing there was interesting. Okay, I didn't really see anything. Only thing that jumped out was this unknown delivery, but I can't make anything of that. All right, while we're here, I'm gonna quick save now. We might as well steal her other stuff, because why not? We just broke in, and you know, if we're breaking in, we're breaking in, right? All right, let's see if we can jetpack out of here. Got to be careful with jetpacks, because if there are security nearby, they can sometimes hear your jetpacks. All right, so we were able just to jump up. So I prefer to jump up as much as possible and as little use of jetpacks. All right, she's gonna know we were here because I stole her stuff. I could have left her stuff, and then she would never have known. But you know what? She's going to suspect anyway. Alright, so this is the way out. So that went easy peasy too. These Ryujin missions have been super easy for us so far.